Hi, this is me, Joseph Millson, doing my emergency videos for you guys, for Craig and everyone. Wi-Fi is, I'm in Morocco working here as a writer and an actor, so how appropriate is that? Wi-Fi is very intermittent, so I'm going to answer a few questions from the ones Craig and I thought we might chat about. I won't be able to do them all, and I'm going to do them in segments, and hopefully Craig can stitch them together for you. So I'm going to get cracking. How important is the script in deciding whether or not to take an acting job? Would you accept a job without having seen the script? Differences in stage movies, etc. Well, first of all, for most actors, including me, we don't often have the luxury of choosing. We're very keen to pay our rent and feed our children as everyone else is. So, but occasionally you do have the choice. The script is everything. It's everything. The only other considerations are, as an artist, the script is everything. As a parent, you might ask about the money and how long you're abroad, or how long you're in Newcastle in a room in a lodging house. But as an artist, the script is everything, if ever you have the luxury. So what you guys are thinking about doing is the most important element. But yes, often you have to take a job without having read the whole script. The secrecy in the land of TV and Netflix and what have you is extraordinary. I recently did a job for Marvel, very short job, 1 or 2 days filming. Officially, they never even told me which show I was in. None of the emails mentioned which show it was. The secrecy was... Now, there's an element where I understand it, and there's an element where it's like, come on, I'm an adult. What, as an actor, do you want from a script? Oh, that's a great question. I want it to hold together under flood, fire, and air attack. What I mean is that it's consistent. It can be surprising, but I think what I want from a script is, it's great if the writer has said it out loud, because sometimes you do get given lines of dialogue which you think nobody has ever tried to say this out loud. Those words don't work. There are sentences you can write which are really hard to say. So there's the first thing I'd say when you write something. Do try and say it out loud yourself a few times. And surprises are good. Bravery and economy. Someone told me that the word poetry actually means something along the lines of saying the most you possibly can with the fewest possible words. And good dialogue is poetic in that nature. Pinter, etc. You know, obviously these are the gods, but economy is great. It's not much fun to read dialogue which just explains the plot. That's never much fun for an actor. What things in a script get you excited and enthused? Yeah, I think similar to what I've just been talking about. What makes your heart sink? Okay, my heart sinks a little, and most actors, I think, when they see a lot of parenthetical things. So in brackets, they put aggressively, or heartbroken, or worried. If the dialogue doesn't tell you what's going on, it's a worry if they have to keep, and it indicates they don't trust you as an actor to do it. And now there are times when you have to do that in early drafts to help producers read it and understand the temperature of a scene, but when it's passed on to actors, it's great if a lot of those parentheticals have gone. Phonetic dialogue is a bad idea. So if you were writing a country bumpkin and you actually wrote ear, oh, r, r, and put lots of r's in the text trying to indicate I want this accent. No. You can just say when he first arrives, Steve is 42 and has a West Country accent, and then just write the dialogue normally, and the actor will do the accent. That's a good top tip. Have you ever turned down a role on the basis of the writing? Do you know what? I don't think I have. Maybe I've turned down some low budget things, but an actual job that might pay my rent, I've never been that fussy. But sometimes when people say, would you come and do our low budget film, or we want to do this play, it's not much money, but it's a great new play, and then they send you the great new play and it's really not a great new play. Sometimes I think, well, I'm not going to sacrifice 8 weeks of my life for that writing. So that's the only times I've done that. What is more important to you, what a character says or what a character does? Great question, Craig. Ultimately, whichever great Greek or Latin philosopher said it, oh God, I should know this. Anyway, character is what character does. That's a really hard one. I think ultimately what a character does is more important, certainly on screen when reading screenplays, because physical actions in a scene tell you more. It's about pictures, and you don't always want lots of dialogue as a screen actor. You'd rather have the screen time. But on stage, yeah, it can be more about speaking sometimes, because that's an oral world, and you know, the people in the back row may not see every facial expression, but they will hear what you say. Very interesting. Listen, that's the first set of questions, and I'm trying to keep these in separate little sections, so that's that section out.